Welcome back to Franchise Hockey Manager 10 with the Montreal Canadiens. Return to glory. If you're last with us, we managed to do it again. We managed to win our third straight Stanley Cup. We managed to win the President's Trophy as well, and to me, that is just incredibly impressive. I never would have thought that we would have been able to do that. But I mean, here we are. We end up finishing with 111 points, 51 wins, one less than the Sabres, but still our points were the highest in terms of our division and in terms of the league. Goals for was 328, so we also led the league in that. And then even 228, that wasn't too bad, but the difference was 100, and there's no team that really came close to that. I mean, other than the Sabres, which are in our division, but we almost doubled the difference with the Rangers as well. Sorry, Sabres and Rangers. And then Colorado only came in 28 points ahead. Every team's win now. I think we still are as well. All our strengths are pretty good, but I'm going to show you the transactions that we end up having to do in the off season. Some of them hurt, but we managed to do it anyways. Oh no, we end up extending Cole Caulfield for 6 years for $7 million, so that's still pretty good. He'll be with us until he's like 35, so he's definitely gonna retire on our team, and we couldn't be happier. We'll extend him even if we have to for at least a year or two, just to make sure he does finish his career with us. Benson only signing a 2-year contract and a little bit more than Cole Caulfield, so that kind of sucks a little bit. I really hope that we don't end up losing Benson later on. We promoted most of these players, and then we end up extending Fowler for 2 years, Mays for 3. We kind of talked everyone down a little bit, which is why we thought that we could do it with Ottinger as well, but he wasn't budging that much. And then we had to say goodbye to Rickard and Beck for a first rounder and a second rounder. We just had way too many players, and this is just a way to kind of get rid of it. We also did get rid of Denoyer as well, which kind of sucks. I think he was our 7th round pick at one point, so even just trading up for a second is pretty huge. But it will show hopefully here. Hopefully it'll be from last year. Yeah, June 27th, I think. Yeah, so we end up getting rid of Lafreniere as well for a 1st round pick to Washington Capitals, so that hurt a little bit. And then Massar as well ended up going away, so he was one of the last players left from the original team that we had that Montreal drafted in the past. But I think it's kind of interesting to see how well they end up doing after. I think we kind of did justice for Lafreniere. We at least rebuilt his career. I think he was headed down to a pretty sad trajectory. I mean, only really getting like 39 points. His first season, we ended up topping his career high, and then it just ended up going higher from there, getting the highest at 70 on our second time that we ended up winning the cup as well. I mean, even his grades were definitely gonna miss that void there. It does kind of suck, but his contract 6.2 is just not something that we could have done. I think he wanted around 8 or something, and unfortunately with where we're headed as well, with Ottinger, we were trying to extend him as well, but we're barely going to end up making it for next year. Currently, it's saying that we're not going to make it by $6 million, but that's not true. That's just because we have so many players on our roster as of now. And then even next year, it's saying a little bit less. But if you just look at it, $59 million, we're only going to end up paying $2 more million really next year for our offense, and then around the same next year, maybe a little bit more, maybe like $1 million more in terms of defense, and we're always usually below the cap as well. And then yeah, here's where we end up securing Ivankovic, who ended up playing in our AHL team last year, and he did pretty well. But we ended up extending him for around the same that what he was making before. I think last year we did. And then Maya as well. So everyone's kind of under 1 million. So it's going to be a trial period to see which goalie we end up keeping. But I think Bednar might stay with us this year, but he probably won't be our goalie moving forward after that. Still going to try at getting Ottinger. Even if we end up having to pay, I guess, $12 million for him, we probably will still do it. But yeah, everything looks pretty good here. Slavkovsky's still at 7 million. Suzuki's under 7 as well. He'll finish his career with us. He'll be around 35 when it ends. And then Benson will be around 20, 28, I guess. And then Demidov will be around 27. Celebrini around the same. So we'll hopefully get another year out of them. And then some of these guys coming up look pretty interesting. We do still have kind of a void at the right wing position here. I'm going to check the standings to see what it ends up saying, but hopefully Periskak. We end up signing Matthias Carlson, so he'll probably end up slotting on there. He looks pretty good. A nice up and down winger. Should be exactly what the doctor ordered as well. Just look at his physical rating, and even if his defensive rating is pretty impressive for a winger. He has decent checking, stick checking, and defensive read, so that is going to be. He should hopefully fill the void that we're going to be missing for Lafreniere, I find. It is saying only a really 3.5 4-star potential, but I think he can do a little bit more than that. And then Stranad is still our top prospect. He is currently 2.5 star, but if you look at his ability, it's still not even close to making the team. Even Lundqvist, one of the guys that I thought that was going to be able to slot in there, it looks like he's just going to miss the cut. It's between him and Tyson Boskovsky, but probably Lundqvist will probably spend his second year, in the AHL as well, unless we can find a way to fit him in. But it looks like Ivan Kovic might end up being our backup. We ended up doing AI, figuring out who to dress, and you had Oninger and Ivan Kovic as our starting. So this is kind of what it looks like, at least before the draft. I mean, we do have a decent amount of first round picks as well, which is kind of shocking for a team that's still like dominant in terms of the NHL. So even Frollo is on our bottom, and St. Louis as well. So that should tell you enough that St. Louis is not good enough to be a top 6 or even top 9 for it at the moment. Hopefully he ends up slotting on the right wing or something like that. It shows that he can play both of that. So I wouldn't mind seeing him kind of slot onto that if we do need it. But yeah, we do have the 3 first-round picks, which is New Jersey, Calgary, and Washington. And we have a bunch of second. Jesus. Next year, yeah, we'd have nothing. If we could even trade away these picks for next year, that would be ideal. We might end up trying to do that. But currently looking at our NHL, it's still saying everything's a good strength. So that is exactly what I like to see. So even though we are weak at right wing, it's not necessarily showing that. But let's look at the standings again for last year and see where our picks are there. The whole league. And then currently, I think it was New Jersey, Washington is up there as well. So I think it's New Jersey, Washington, and Calgary, right? I think so. Yeah, Devils and Washington. So two of the bottom ones. Yeah, two of the bottom like 6. So we have a chance at bottom 5 and even bottom 8. It looks like. But San Jose Sharks is still terrible. And it looks like Lightning is crap without Stamkos as well. And Panthers still not managing to do anything. I haven't really seen them too dominant. They managed to make the playoffs, I think, 1 or 2 years. And then Kings, I don't know what's going on. They had a decent amount of talent before. I think Kopitar just ended up retiring. So that's pretty interesting as well. And then Predators, my team, still hasn't done anything. Boston still rebuilding now after. I think they actually did well last year, but I think their retiring or the retirement of a lot of their old guys, like Brad Marchand and stuff like that, is really affecting them. So we'll jump to the draft and see what we can do with all our picks this year. But before that, we'll do the draft lottery, see if luck is on our side. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I think our team's already pretty dominant as it is, but it would be pretty cool if we managed to move up a couple spots. So far, our first pick at 14 is already looking better. that would be okay. So we end up losing it at 9, but that's still pretty impressive. Boston's still not going to get better this year, and 6. So they are jumping us a lot. We end up managed to get 8 to 5 there. LA Kings ends up going ahead of us, and then we end up getting top 4 pick. San Jose still not winning anything, so that is unfortunate for them. But we'll move into the draft now and see who's going to go first. Looking at the draft order here, we are 4th pick, 6th pick, 9th pick, and then we don't have our first rounder. But we do have a pick 2 picks later, which is 34th, 38th, 40th, 45th, 46th, and 64. So we have several picks, probably around almost 10 in the first round, which is kind of crazy. Probably won't get Hirsch, which is kind of disappointing. I think he was the only guy that we saw that we wanted, but we will grab him if he is available. Hirsch going 2nd, so Miller going 1st. Then opting with a winger, top 10 projected, but we're still going to get a decent player there. Next pick, I think we're the pick right after. So Bill Massa coming up as well. Determination looking very good, projected at 6 or 7, but all in all, pretty good mobile defenseman. And then let's see who is left for us. LaFive looking even pretty good as well. He's pick number 15. We might be able to get him with our 2nd pick there. Goalie looks like he's the top one. We do need a goalie, but project to be 14th. We might end up holding off on that. NCAA goalie though, pretty good. Determination is the only thing that's really kind of jumping out at me there. Pick number 8. I'm kind of curious as to who was projected to go. This doesn't make any sense. Okay, Hirsch was projected to go 4th. That kind of and Lee Cap hasn't even been picked yet, but 5-star. Pick number 1. Do we try that? We do need a right winger. Up and down right winger. Ronnie Lee Cap. Do we trust the mock draft? We're not even, I thought we were next. No, what the hell? Lee Cap, it's not letting us. Okay. Then he shows up here. Okay. So we'll pick Lee Cap. And we'll do pick until human. So we end up, oh, Stevenson ends up going right away, so we don't even get a chance at picking him after. Rosenbaum now 4.5 is what our scouts are saying. Projected, so we're going to get the number 1 and 2 projected guys in this draft, both right wingers. That is a shock. Daniel Rosenbaum join our team. That is wild. That is wild. And then Lefebvre might be left for us. Shevchenko, I do like the name. Defensive read's pretty good. He's projected to be 12. So any of these players that we can get, Lovett might be the guy. He's only projected, or let's see. Hamill's another right winger. 4 stars, what our scouts are saying. Pick number 3. Oh my god. Are we honestly going to go for the top 3 picks of what the mock draft is doing? I don't see how we don't. That is wild. What's Lovett's still 3 stars? What let's pick Hamill. You know, top 3. There's not much you can go wrong with that. All right wingers though. So to me that is absolutely wild. Let's see if there's, I think it just drops off completely after this. So 32, let's go mock draft here. Guess I won't show if anyone, Hirsch, yeah, Stone is next. Is Stone even picked yet? Oh, he is picked, yeah, he's picked by Carolina. I don't know who this guy is, but somehow he manages to be top 5 pick. That's insane. 21 years old, that seems odd. I know Massa, Lovett, Pender, 3.5 stars what they're saying. Projected to be 9th. I don't get this. Oh, Dallas got him. Dallas got him? That's weird. Okay. Dallas got him this year. But it showed that he came up as a trade. Oh, I guess he was our first round pick. Yeah, that makes more sense. I'm an idiot. Jay Miller also looks like he's probably gone too. Pick number 1. Let's go with current ability, I guess. Sani, I mean, rushing defenseman looking decent. Pick 162 though. Let's see. Let's start doing scout suggestion. I think with the picks that we end up having, might make sense to take a shot here, I guess. Giroux is also, but no one's really projected to do anything here. Giroux is currently 111, so clearly no one knows anything here. Yeah, and the projections are terrible. I would have thought that our scouting team would be a little bit better. So this is just going to be a shot in the dark completely here. 2.5 stars, what his potential is. Pick 19, you know, Dan Allison, we don't really need wingers, but I think last year's all defense. So, yeah, and then Frazier's right after as well. 2.5. Projected to be 25th. I mean, at this point, at least counterattacking, yeah, I'll take that. But right D as well. Jen Ask. He looks pretty good. Jen Ask. You know what? Let's go defender first before we go center. And then we'll go Frazier right after if he's there. There we go. So we get Frazier. Bosch is probably... We're going to pick Bosch right after. So we'll get 2 centers there. Oh, we're next pick as well. Boudreau. If we can get a goalie, that's probably it. Boudreau looks good. 3 stars. What the consensus is. I mean, I don't see it yet, but we'll kind of take a chance on him. So we're all. If we can pick probably more defense, then we'll probably check that first. Sniper. Do we need that? Pick 73. Moreno. Temperament, professionalism's pretty high. I do like that. Playmaking, 18 as well. 92. Yeah, let's go. I kind of want Gilligan. I want Gilligan or McNaughton. McNaughton sounds like a cool name to say. We'll go for McNaughton and Gilligan after, or Pitton. Determination's pretty high. I like that. 127. So Will Pitton's there. McNaughton's who's left. Carl Gilligan went right before us. Boston Bruins, you bastard. But McNaughton will grab. Then Pitton will grab right after. If not there. Pitton is... I don't see him. Looks like Pitton's gone. Not gonna cry or anything, but that's upsetting. 162 Pisani. Sakulov or Sokolov. 53 is what they're projecting him as. His temperament, his determination's okay, but what round is this? Is this where we kind of take an actual shot? Moriarty sounds like a cooler name to say. We're in 3rd round. Moriarty, quarterback. Determination's around the same. Uh-oh. I think I hit right click by mistake. Moriarty here. 103. I mean, his facial hair is pretty cool. We'll pick Moriarty for 17-year-old. I don't know why he has a handlebar mustache, but we'll do that, I guess. Okay, now it's our pick again. Sokolov, Janisic, defensive read's pretty good. Termination's pretty high. 133. It's a bit early. See if there's a goalie. We'll grab a... I don't want to get a goalie here. This guy looks terrible, like he'll never play. So organic, we're not going to grab. Hampson, determination's really high. Yeah, we're gonna take a stab, even though he's projected at 214. I mean, his mental rating looks pretty good at 18. Hampton, we'll take a shot on you. Your save percentage isn't where we'd want it, but his determination is ridiculous. Like I'm gonna have to look into him a little bit later. Um, but yeah, that I was kind of shocked to see that actually. 195 is what he's projected. I mean, what do we? There should be a way that we should be able to check who we picked already. Like a quick thing. Yeah, no, it's not showing that. Let's see if there's anyone on our. No, there's no one on that. Current ability wise, we'll do it based on that. We'll go to this guy seems like a guy that we would pick. Yeah, we'll definitely pick him. He plays in Quebec clearly. Where did he go? There. Oliphant sounds like a name too. Pick Delarier, only a 1-star. I feel as though he's there's a little bit hidden there. Yeah, we'll take a stab at that. Potential wise, top guy is organic, which I think we looked at him before. So organic Oliphant, 19. Yeah, even his looks pretty good. His positioning's pretty decent. He's a team player, mental toughness, determination a little bit lax, stamina's pretty high, so he'll probably be able to play. Sean Oliphant, we'll take another goalie here in the 6th round there. Can never have too many goalies. I know we have a bunch on our team right now, so I guess you can. But it's, Kazakhstan. Let's see. Pick 171 is what he's projected. Zaitsev. There's an Italian as well. There's a Jewish or Israeli, I guess. 66. Yeah, we'll pick Ori Halfi in our 7th round. And then I think that is it. I think that's the rookie draft there. So we'll see how they pick. Like, obviously, we did the best draft ever. Our 3 picks were the 3 top mock drafts. So if they don't say that we had the best draft, this is probably the biggest sham that I've ever seen. But we'll take a quick look at some of the players as well that I kind of want to take a little bit more of a look at. Because, yeah, the determination kind of jumped out at me. Best draft is Blues. How? How do you figure? Rosenbaum. Yeah, Rosenbaum looked decent. 4.5 is what they're showing here. Hamill. Yeah, no, Hamill's alright. Can't remember what the guy's name was, but it kind of jumped out at me. We'll take a look here. I think I remember how to do it. No. Oh yeah, here. I think it's history, yeah. We'll do draft here. There we go. But unfortunately it doesn't, I think it's ask. Ask is what, yeah, he looked pretty good. Yeah, speed's pretty good. Temperament's pretty good. He's only 3-star there. Or even 2-star from team scouting wise, but I mean, he looks pretty decent. Passing wise is pretty good for an 18-year-old. He's 6'1", 211 pounds. He is a defense, and his defensive rating's not there yet, but that should obviously improve. Is it Bosch? No, it's not Bosch. Frazier here. No, Frazier looks alright. Boudreau, 18 as well. Temperament's 20, determination's 14. Did I just do Moreno? No. Temperament, okay, professionalism. Even he looks pretty decent. McNaughton as well. Shooting range, temperament, pretty good. But no real read in terms of where he slots there. Moriarty is the guy with the crazy mustache at 17 years old, which obviously if we can play this guy, we will because that is pretty awesome. Hampston, yeah, Hampston, the goalie. Just look at that. That's insane. Stamina, professionalism, determination's very high as well. I think this is our gem here. He was projected 214, but we got him in the fourth round. I mean, that could be why we didn't do very well in terms of that. But even fifth round for his team as well. Erie Otters. Yeah, I think this is going to be a very good draft for us. Yeah, pretty interesting to say the least. Let's see where they fit in our depth chart here. Um, no one at the top here. No one even close. Yeah. I guess they didn't slot in there then. Oh no, they did. They're not even in our top 25. Oof. Yeah, it's gonna be a rough draft. But year one doesn't really determine anything, in my opinion. But Ronnie Leecap, not even, oh, barely showing on our first page there as our first pick. So maybe this draft's a dud, but I think it's better than what it initially shows. Let's just sum up to the beginning of the season and see how we start off. And a quick look at the season preview. Currently, they're expecting us to win it again. Jake Oninger, I think he got the Vezina last year. I think they're projecting him to. Oh no, he's nominated. They didn't end. Oh no, he won it too. Yeah, so he ended up winning it as well. He made the All Star. So they're expecting him to get it again, which is a lot of pressure, but I think we can manage to do it. I'm gonna quickly show you some of the unfortunate transactions we had to do. I think I got rid of the wrong goalie, but we got rid of Maya for a second and Volokin for a seventh. Gill we end up having to give up for a first, but it was to the Preds and they're supposed to be trash this year. Our AI didn't project him to make the roster. Even last year, he was only really playing 26 games, 63 grade, so okay. But I mean, he hasn't really played too much NHL. So he's really only played a full season, and one of those seasons was when we weren't very good. Actually, might have won in 2026. But regardless, he hasn't done too crazy. He's done better in the AHL. He's probably just a fringe player anyways, even though his potential is pretty decent. Yeah, it does have 3.5. Yeah, comparable to Dalanantos, who's one of our rookies this year. And it says he's a solid 2-3 in the current league. We don't really have any player who resembles him, but we just end up having to get rid of him just because is noted for his intelligence. Oh, he's one of the brightest people you'll meet. Yeah, it was unfortunate. I did pick Nashville because I do like Nashville as well. So I kind of want to see how his career ends up going. He is only 24 years old. So I mean, we do wish them the best. Contract is pretty nice as well. But here's a look at the roster that we end up deciding on. Yeah, Antos is not even making the team currently. He's just on our dress list, and Toropchenko still not good enough to make this roster as of the AI. Holmertz is actually making it. That's kind of surprising. And the other surprising part is that Iginla, despite having a decent preseason, is not projected to make the roster as well. Lundqvist is going to start in the AHL for this season. He might end up bumping up, possibly for Bazowski, but I have a feeling that the reason why is because they don't want to put Bazowski on waivers, or he just fits into the role a little bit better. But this is our lineup for this year. Hopefully it's good enough to start. It looks pretty good. Again, I think maybe right wing might be a little bit of the area to focus on, but Carlson coming in as our second winger right off the bat is pretty impressive. So our back line is Hopkins, Holmertz, and Frollo, which is all kind of young as well. Rubric, Suzuki, and Periskak is going to be our third line. Wow, that's kind of crazy when you think of it. Slavkovsky, Benson, and Carlson. And then this year, it's going to be Cole Caulfield, Celebrini, and Demidov as our top. Finally, Celebrini and Demidov kind of at the same level. Kind of happy to see that. Suzuki just getting a little bit older. Hopefully he doesn't end up being one of our casualties. I would love for him to stick his career with us, but as the cap will end up getting tighter as of next year, it might be a bit difficult to do that. Will Sharp with Vasowski because he plays right D, Prudhomme, Vernhoff, and Lambos and Huang, and then obviously Ottinger and Bednar. Bednar is probably going to be our last season with us as well. We did sign Ottinger to the contract, so it is kind of weird that he said he didn't want to talk to us. So he signed to 3 years, $12 million, and just a quick look at we're spending 47 million this year, 48 next year. So it's going to be roughly around the same. Same thing with defense as well. So the only difference is going to be the extra three. Well, no, more than three. Probably the next 4 million, but I think since Bednar's going to end up leaving, we're probably going to end up bringing up someone that's getting paid just a little bit less, hopefully, which is kind of crazy. If you look in terms of monthly, though, we do have that 4 million roughly in the cap space. So even if we end up starting someone that doesn't belong on our team on our roster early, and then make those adjustments later, it might end up working out a little bit for us. Our first game's against Colorado. See if we can end up beating them. We lost to him preseason, but yeah, preseason or regular season, there's something completely different. 8-2 is the first game. Gee, Celebrini getting a hat trick, his first game on the first line. That is crazy. Suzuki doing very well on the third line as well. Frollo, Celebrini, Lambos, Demidov getting on the score sheet as well. And Vernhoff starting this off. I want to see how Celebrini is because he's 3.5 playmaker, but that is crazy. I'm so happy that our first round pick ended up managing to finally make the first line after being a third line center for the longest time. So he's already our leading scorer. Demidov also kind of sneaks in there, I guess, because of the hat trick. He probably assisted most of those. But so far, so good. Oh, I was going to show you a couple trades that were pretty interesting. I actually didn't mind them too bad. It did make a little bit of sense as to why. And oddly enough, it's going to be our first back-to-back game despite having probably like a whole week since our last game, which is, like I've always said, very annoying because they should be able to adjust that a little bit better. But I will show you the trade that I saw that found pretty interesting. I think it was with Philly. Let's see their transactions. They ended up trading. They got Zegras and they traded Hart and a first, and then Neal I think was their first or second this year. So almost even first this year. So pretty much they end up giving up Zegras and a first for Carter and a first. Not too bad. I think it's more so a contract thing, but Zegras is actually on a pretty decent contract. 7 million for 3 years. Not too shabby. I mean, I wish they would have called us. We would have maybe considered it. But I found that kind of interesting. There's a lot of other small trades that they end up doing as well that I found kind of interesting as well. But so far so good. 7-1 is our next game. Oh my God, this is maybe that's why they have us back to back. Cole Caulfield getting on the score sheet for the first time this season. Benson against his former club, the team that we end up trading for at the very beginning. And then Carlson getting his first goal of the season as well. Demidov, Carlson, Periskak, and Huang now getting his first goal. 7-1, 8-2. Jesus, this is a crazy start for us. Maybe it's oh, Nathan Quinn. They waived him too? Jesus Christ, this guy looks decent. He's a 4th round. Oh no, wrong one. They grabbed him in the 2nd round and they're waiving him. He looks very good to me. Obviously we're not going to take him, but still, I find that kind of crazy. Demidov on a 13 game point streak. That is insane. Okay, so this is going to be our next game against Toronto. Toronto starting off a little bit lackluster, but the Preds doing a lot better early on than what they were projecting, and so maybe that trade is going to backfire in our face. Allow AI to set this one up for us, but obviously we're going to put in Bednar instead against Toronto. 9-2. Oh my God, this is insane. 3 straight games. We'll look at our goal differential in 2 seconds, but that's insane. Huang, Carlson, Caulfield, Rubric, and Demidov. And then Demidov getting in again. Toropchenko getting his first. Suzuki and Cole Caulfield. So after Sharp's getting hurt, herniated disc. That kind of sucks for us, but it does open up a roster spot, so that is a little bit exciting. But so far, in 3 games, Demidov has 9 points, Huang with 9, Cole Caulfield with 7, Celebrini even taking that game off has 5 in 2 games, and then Carlson, the rookie, has 5 in 3. Lambos also 5 in 3. So far, everyone pretty much has points except for St. Louis and Holmertz. And Busowski even has a point. That is insane. And that's after 3 games, and not every player has played that. So 24-4 and 5 against. That is ridiculous. And we're leading. I don't even know what to say. Well, we're leading it because we played an extra game, but still, that's that's still insane. We'll have well, actually, we'll just have AI do this, and then you know what, Sharp, we'll put on the injury list as well. Maybe do. Yeah, we'll do AI setup organization actually. Then we'll do the thing for the lines as well. We're facing Detroit, so it is a tough game. Surprised Buffalo starting off a little bit slow. Well, 1-1, I guess. Will Sharp is going to kind of hurt us as well. They bring up Janicic. Oh yeah, let's continue that. We'll play 10 games. I'm very curious to see what our point difference is going to be at the end of that. But this is a crazy start. I did not think that this is going to start this way, but it has, and that's insane. So it looks like yeah, Janicic is gonna slot in there for him. Then we lose 7-0. Jesus, so we really need that defender. Jesus, that's a hard loss after dominating so much. So it's either we're all in or we are all out. It looks like. It seems kind of odd though when you end up having 3 straight dominant games and then you get completely shut out the next one. Kind of weird if you ask me. And obviously his point streak ends because we didn't score on that game. Massey, oh no, I thought he was the rookie. So we'll do it again. We'll just keep doing that until he comes back. But 4-2 win against decent LA Kings team. So we're 4-1, 5 games in. Holmertz improves at right wing. But what other team? Seattle Kraken is doing very well as well. Really hoping us giving away that goalie is not going to affect us. And Chicago doing four straight wins. That's pretty good for them as well. Carolina was a team that I see that they were supposed to be a rebuilding team, but doing a lot better than what it's suggesting as well. And then 3-2 against Ottawa, OT as well. Carlson getting off the mark twice. And then who ends up scoring the winner? It looks like Demidov gets the winner there. But Cole Caulfield scored as well. So that's kind of crazy. So 6 games, 10 points. This is probably the best start that I could have ever imagined, despite even losing to a division rival like Red Wings there. Our next game is against Pittsburgh. But I'm really missing our defender, so really hope that he comes back sooner rather than later. I think it said like three weeks or 3 months or something like that. No, I can't even remember. But hopefully he's back sooner. Oh shit, that's what I wanted to do. Against Pittsburgh, let's see if we can get the win here. 3-2 win. I thought it was going to be an OT win as well. Benson, Demidov, and Cole Caulfield getting the goals for us. And then we end up conceding just at the end of the third. I do not like that. But 7 games in, 6 wins, 12 points. The only thing that could have been better is if we end up losing to Red Wings in overtime, but does not look like that is going to be the case. But after 3 straight wins and even losing our great players like that, it's kind of curious. I want to see how well Lafreniere is doing as well. And then I think we have their first. Lose to them. Both losses are kind of lackluster, but Cole Caulfield with a 7th goal despite that. Philip Massar getting, Philip Massar getting 2 assists there. So he definitely wanted vengeance against us, and he got it. So can't remember what team he went to. But go trades. And then Lafreniere went to Washington. So far, Laffy is 2 points, 65 grade though, but Washington is probably doing poorly. 2 wins, 2 losses, and 2 OT losses. So, I mean, he's doing good despite their team not being that well. But Philip Massar is top 8 for goals. I mean, that's got to hurt. But his $4 million cap hit was something that we couldn't really afford this year. Like maybe throughout the rest of the year, like if he was injured or something like that, it probably would have helped us. But because then the cap ends up increasing a little bit and we can add that to it. I don't even know who McCarney is, but apparently he's leading the league in goals. Benson out as well. But day-to-day bruised forearm, he should be able to shake that off though. Then yeah, so they're not even going to put him to the IR. Let's take a look at the leader here. 21 years old. No, it's not his rookie year, but he had a very good year last year. But it looks like he's going to have an amazing year this year. I'm surprised to see where I don't see Matthews anywhere. 7-1, another dominant victory against a 4-5-1 team. Well, now a 4-5-1 team. Lambos, Demidov, and Suzuki. Demidov, Janicic, Holmertz getting his first, and then Lambos getting the nail in the coffin at the very end there. Then I think we're 1 game left, but we never end this on a loss. But currently, we are top. We're not top, well, top of the league, I guess, except for Flyers. Jesus. Flyers really going all in this year. Oh, yeah, we'll wait till New York, but I think I never know which one it is. New York Islanders, New York Rangers. Yeah. One is easier than the other. So we'll do... Yeah, I figured it was Rangers. 6-0. That's pretty dominant. St. Louis coming up, I think, from the AHL there, and then getting his first goal. Suzuki, Lambeau, Slavkovsky, Caulfield, and Janicic all getting goals here for that 6-0 destruction. Geez, 16 points. So we're just below Flyers. So Flyers they have not lost in regulation yet. Jeez, and even Carolina's doing pretty well. Nashville looking like they're going back to normal. Development report, nothing standing out crazy. Kashyyyk is the guy that we grabbed, I think, last year maybe? Borsch as well. Moriarty, where's that guy? Let's see if he still has the handlebar. Moriarty, yeah, still just got screening, I guess, a bit higher. Silverstone, Wilfred Marchant, okay. Psowski getting opens higher. Determination for Celebrini is higher as well. He's only rated at 3.5 now. So that's kind of disappointing. Demidov's leadership's getting higher. Huang, determination, Slavkovsky, Ronnie Leecap doing pretty well as well. So far, so good. We'll take a quick look at how well everyone's doing. So 16 points in 10 games for Cole Caulfield. That is very good. 8-8. Demidov with just one less, and then Lambos being like the signing of the season last year, or the trade of the season last year, showing that we made the right decision deciding to keep him instead of Lafreniere and Reinbacher with 14 points in 10 games, and then Huang with 11 in 10 as well, and then Carlson, the rookie, getting 8-8. So I think he's just been a little bit tired adjusting to the NHL, but that is phenomenal stuff there. And then even Suzuki, even just the rest of them, I think even Frollo, rookie as well, doing pretty well. Vernhoff, but not necessarily expecting that from our defenders. I want to take a quick look at how our goalies are doing, though. I think we've only had Oninger really start, though. But so far, 937 save percentage. That's insane. Despite even having like the 7-0 losses. And then a goal against average of 231. And save percentage for Bednar is just below 900 with only 2 goals, though. So he ended up getting that one win. Only 19 saves for that game as well. So that's insane. We will jump now to the trade deadline, and hopefully we can manage to secure the top spot for our team right now. Fast forward to the trade deadline, and we are currently in first place with 86 points in 43 wins in 60 games with 17 losses coming in regulation. We have yet to lose in overtime. That is insane. Granted, the company that we're with is Ducks with one, and they're currently in 6th place, and even worse, Ottawa, who has 1 and they're in dead last. So I'm going to take it as a positive because the 37 wins that we have from Ottinger is pretty deadly. And then even then, just to point out, with Bednar just playing a handful of games, 2.56 goals against and a save percentage of 923 is amazing considering he's our backup. But that pales in comparison to how well Cole Caulfield's doing. 82 points in probably 60 games, I'm imagining. And then Demidov coming in with basically a point per game, which is huge. That's like a breakout for him. And then the 38 goals for Cole Caulfield. And then even the assists for Cole Caulfield is 44, which is pretty much 1 per win that we have, which is insane. But his 82 points is just as good as our team points. So pretty much every single game that we end up playing that we win, I guess, Cole Caulfield is like, no, I want a piece of that. So quick look at how the rest of the team is doing. We have Demidov in second with 64. He's only played 56 games. So he's had 4 less, but that is still astonishing. I think that is leaps and bounds his best season. I think he had 84 points last year. I think he's going to destroy that this year. He has 20 games to do so. He's on pace for 86. I think you know what? I think he should be able to get 90. I have faith in this guy. And he's only 25. Cole Caulfield's 30, and he's just blowing up. We have extended him for I think 6 more seasons. So I really hope that he has like an Ovechkin-esque career with us. Then you have Slafkovsky with 55 and 60. That's pretty good as well. And our trade deadline from last year, Lambos, has been pretty insane. 50 points in 60 games for our defender. That's almost unheard of in our team history, I guess. And then Benson with 43 and 58, and then Carlson, our rookie, 40 points in 52 games. He's currently not playing at the moment, but I think he was just resting. And then Celebrini, I mean, 36. It's kind of what his average is. It's kind of disappointing to see the first round pick of that draft, and then Demidov just towering over him. And then Huang doing what he does best, 36 and 58. But we're more interested in the grades. Slafkovsky has 70, Suzuki was 67, and obviously Demidov and Cole Caulfield pretty much on par with the same grade as well. But we'll do a deeper dive in terms of our goalies. Sorry, I hit the wrong one there. And then yeah, Bednar's played 9 games, 6 wins, 1 loss, and 923 save percentage. That is huge. I mean, I don't know if it's good enough for us to want to extend him, but he's giving an argument for us to want to. He is only 28, but our team, like our depth chart, we're going to have Ivan Kovic that's, I mean, threatening to take on that backup role with 2.5-star currently and then a 4-star potential. So we're probably going to need Ivan Kovic for when Oettinger ends up retiring. But we did manage to extend him for the 12 million, which is extremely good. And then a quick look at how our cap's looking. Next year, we have, well, it says -7, but that's not, or 7.5, but that's not realistic. And then currently we have around 9 million. We could have brought someone on, but I don't think it really makes sense. We'll look at free agents and see if there's anyone that really jumps off, but it doesn't look like it. I mean, is there anyone that Brain Point would probably be the only one that I would really consider, but it would just be taking up space. Yeah, so there's not really anyone that really is jumping out at me. So I think we're good for that. And then we'll take a quick look also at our depth there. We'll take a look at where Strad's doing pretty well. His 31 and 44 games. It does look like he's dropped in terms of potential though. And then let's look at how well our AHL team is doing. We clicked on the wrong thing again. Laval, they are currently not doing as well as last year, but let's take a look at how well everyone's faring though. Royston is at the top with 35 points in 42 games, and Cage Smith is also doing the same. He's around, he's just getting the assists. I guess Royston's getting the goals, but still not good enough to play on our team. But we might want to ship them out next year because I feel as though they can probably play for another team, and why waste that talent? I'd rather be the farming system for every single NHL team and being able to see how well they end up doing, rather than just have them just sit here and rot for as long as possible. May's doing pretty well, 25 and 48, but I'm more interested about the grades, and then Mays is at top. So that kind of shows what kind of a player he is. Counterattacking forward. 76 that's pretty decent. He still hasn't played for us yet. We have extended him a couple years after this season, which is pretty interesting. But the cap hit, I think there's kind of a glitch here. Yeah, I honestly think there might be a glitch here because I saw one of our players, I think his cap hit, yeah. Jistinich's cap hit is ridiculously low. It's, I don't even know if that's legal. slave labor in the NHL currently. He should be 1.4, but for whatever reason, he's 2.59 over 2 years. So we'll take that every day. I still don't get how that that really works, but yeah, he's also doing pretty well. 57 in or sorry, 57 games, but 28 points and a 62 grade, which is pretty good for probably the bottom of our players. Yeah, he slots on the third line on defense there. But as a quick look at the team that we have currently, we'll play a couple games to kind of see how we fared. Just watch. We're going to end up losing in overtime because I said that we haven't lost yet. But a 7-4 is probably not what we wanted to showcase there. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's because we were resting some players, or we just want to make it easy for the rest of the league to catch up. But so far, yeah, there's no one really that close. Oh, trade deadline is nearing, but we haven't really done anything. Aiden for 7th. Okay, that makes sense. I could have sworn that we ended up passing it, but I guess not. Let's see if there's anyone actually that we have till 3rd. I don't really know anyone that really is jumping out at us. Let's see if there's anyone on the trade block here. NHL, yeah. Stutzel. He has 1 year and then he has an extension after, right? 8. You know what? Let's see. Let's see if we can actually get him. And how much it would take to get this player without giving up much. He does play right wing, right? No, he's a left winger. We probably don't need it. Alright, let's see. 2 first rounders, no. 3 first rounders, no. And let's give up. Let's see if they say anything. This is a well-balanced offer. No, they and then they want someone else for. Yeah, that doesn't seem realistic. Looks like they're gonna just deny it immediately. But he is 29 too. It would be pretty cool having both him and Cole Caulfield, though. I will admit that, but it would only be for 1 year anyways, and his defensive rating just is not appealing for me. It's just kind of average, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of a downer, I guess. Trade block. Then Kent Johnson also. He is only under a 1 year though. It's around the same in terms of defense, and he plays left wing and center. Not sure where he'd slot in. And yeah, so the part that kind of pisses me off against with this game a little bit is, I mean, trade block I find should probably reduce your value. If you're wanting to get rid of someone, it shouldn't be worth that much. Rossi, no. It feels like we need a right winger. Is it showing? No, it shows that everything's amazing. Yeah, I guess let's not mess with anything. Detroit is who we're facing. Islanders is who we lost against. They were bottom feeder. We got destroyed by a bottom feeder team. That is, I did not even realize that. That is pretty pathetic. Let's go roster. And let's see if we have what it takes to end 2-1. Back-to-back losses against 2 teams that I would not say are that good. But Cole Caulfield getting a goal and Huang getting the assist and Demidov as well. But I guess, yeah, we should probably get awards. Ottinger's 37 wins, though, is leaps and bounds in front of everyone else. So find that to be particularly insane. But back-to-back losses is definitely not where we wanted to showcase this. But we'll probably play 1 or 2 more games. I mean, if we don't end up winning against Tampa, I feel as though this whole season has been a sham. So we definitely need to win that one to showcase our dominance. because 2 straight losses is probably not the way to do that. And then Mays also doing very well in our AHL there, as I was looking at that before. Top 5 jersey sales: Cole Caulfield, Huang, Ottinger, Demidov, and Suzuki. And then who is developing well here? Hamel a little bit, Huang getting a little bit better aggression, St. Louis, also I think, oh no, it's his second season, 33 points is what he's projected. That is pretty bad, I will be honest. Rosenbaum looking decent. And then in terms of the whole NHL, once again, everyone just wants our jerseys. You should have seen at the beginning of the season, we had, or midway through the season, or even the playoffs, you'll see it. If we end up making to the finals again, you'll see how many jerseys they end up buying, which is just insane. Our owner just ends up stealing all the profits and doesn't give much in terms of the team because, yeah, we pay attention to this number. We'll look at it towards the end of the season. You're going to see it drop down to like 1,100. And him just stealing everything that we have. Because obviously we'd want to build the stadium, but like another stadium, but I don't think we'll ever be able to do that in this save, just cuz. All right, Tampa, here we go. Let's end this 4-2. At least we end up winning that one. Janicic doing well after we highlighted him, so he's clearly listening to this right now. Which is fantastic for us. And then Ottinger getting a 955 save percentage. So the tail of the tape shows that we were defending a lot more than I would have thought. But making the most of our chances is the more important part. Because not all shots are the same. But St. Louis, Turchenko, Slavkovsky, and St. Louis again getting on the score sheet. I think he also heard me as well. Frollo's hurt. I'm tempted to say Frodo, but yeah, that kind of sucks. I think he was on a rookie year as well, so our youngsters are definitely showing their value for this. Unfortunately, in terms of just sheer points, we won't be able to beat Tampa in terms of the most in franchise history. Because I think they only had like 12 losses or something like that. So I think we'd have to win every single game remaining, and I think that was at the beginning of this. But then we ended up losing the first one. There's another Hughes brother. Oh no, he's just the coach. Maybe that's their dad or something. I'm just kidding. And then, yeah, funny how he changed his tune. At some point, he ended up saying that we weren't projected to be the best, so we slipped. But now all of a sudden, everyone's super happy, which is a huge huge accomplishment considering how much the fans hated us at the beginning of the save. And now all of a sudden they are heaping our praise every single chance they get. Santala now re-signing. Jesus, that is insane. Where did he come from? He was drafted, oh, first overall. That was 2028? I have to see this. Who'd we get is the more important part. Oh, actually, I should have probably done the draft info. Let's see who we got instead. Is this one we... Oh no, we got... Yeah, that guy's way better than the guy that we got. Oof. But clearly, yeah, clearly he's the best player in that draft. And it's not even close. Turco is in second, and yeah, it's... No one's coming out of that draft, that's for sure. But Santala, that is insane. I didn't even know who that guy was. I'm surprised he hasn't popped up on any of our feeds before, because he's been killing it since he's come in the NHL. So hopefully we'll just end up playing the San Jose. They're still in almost 10 years, or I guess 8 years. San Jose is still not good. So anyone wanting to rebuild San Jose, we did it last year. I don't think we end up winning anything either. So anyone paying attention to that, yeah, this seems like the save of the season. Same thing with probably Chicago. I think everyone wants to do those too, and we've done them in the past, so it doesn't really make sense for us to do it again. Nothing really jumping out in terms of trades. Just kind of. I mean, is he really worth a second? I kind of doubt that. I don't know, Dimitrov or Dimitrov. I don't know why I keep adding syllables to things. Morin is out for 1 to 2 months. Oof. Third degree MCL sprain. Alright, we will do AI again. And looks like Pazak is replacing Frodo. We end up losing, so I guess they heard that smack talk, and they end up destroying us. But we'll end up hopefully we end in New York, and we just end up ending this on a win. And then see where we are at the end. I mean, at the moment, it looks like we'd be lucky to hit 100 points. And we are slowly allowing teams like Chicago and Hurricanes to be back in this, making us seem like a fraud. But I think it's just this game is probably hearing all the smack talk. And what the hell? Why wouldn't you want Misa? Why wouldn't anyone want Misa? That is insane. Like, obviously we're not going to take him. He was picked at number 1. Yeah, someone that's clearly messed up. And he's doing well this season. 5 points in 7 games is not too bad. And Dougie Hamilton also, geez. That seems more realistic. He is 37, but even then, that seems insane to me. But I guess that is the game sometimes. New York Islanders, and we managed to beat them this time, thank God. And we beat them in a shootout, so I guess it's just reinforcing that point. Remba, the first pick of the first shock of the draft, when we ended up doing it before, he was projected to be 104, and he was drafted in the first 5th pick. So I remember seeing that and being like, that is so odd. But that's insane. But currently, yeah, we're still 45 wins. I think we're going to be able to beat our best that we've done so far, which is 51. I think that should be chump change at that point. So we should be able to get our at least our 52nd win of the season and have a dominant President's Trophy. So let's fast forward to the end of the season. And just like that, the season's over. We end up finishing with 56 wins and 114 points. Let's take a look to see if there's any silverware for us, at least in the immediate. So currently, Cole Caulfield is nominated for the Hart, and then we have Oninger for the Vezina. It seems like back-to-back years he might get it. Then we have Huang and Lambos for the Norris, and then we have Carlson and Frollo projected to potentially get the Calder, but Brady Turner ended up having 41 points in 77 games. Now he has a concussion. Interesting. And then Frollo, 49 points in 80 games. So better season in my opinion. Plus minus is huge too. He's -4. Come on. And then Carlson, plus minus 29 with 50 points in 71 games. So he didn't even play a full season either, so Carlson should get it in my opinion. There shouldn't be any doubt with that. And shocker, we don't get nominated for Executive of the Year. That's kind of stupid. Considering why, yeah, I don't get how we don't get considered for that. Suzuki, Selke potentially, that's pretty good. And then Carlson could even get the Lady Bing. That's impressive. So in his first season, he might get the Lady Bing. Leadership Award, apparently none of our players are leaders. And then Ted Lindsay, Cole Caulfield might get it. Jack Adams, finally, I think it's our first nomination ever, but we're probably not going to win it. Like, yeah, explain to me this. So this is how the season ended up ending. And we finished pretty dominant. 56 wins is the best that we've done, and it's not even close. And the team we're competing against is Maple Leafs, who've won 48. If we don't end up winning this, this is going to be an absolute travesty. And then I don't. What's the other? Who's the other person that's? Yeah, we'll take a quicker look at these people. And then Carolina, Chenoweth. Let's take a look at that. Chenoweth, 46 wins. So we have 10 more wins. We have almost 10 more wins than the next person that's being considered for us. So that I find that absolutely insane. But currently, I mean, in the league, we finished first. And I mean, the only person that I could consider would be Chicago. So Chicago's the one that should be nominated for it, not the third and fourth place team that came miles away from us. And probably where we were at a couple of seasons ago and we didn't even get considered. But yeah, throughout the whole season, what draft picks did we get? So we have Predators and Calgary Flames. Let's see how that aged. And then I guess Tampa's second and Predators second. So we'll take a look at that. So Predators just barely missed it. So yeah, that's not going to be a good pick. And then Calgary's 8th. So unless they get knocked out first round, it's probably not going to be very good. But we're not going to get a very good pick most likely, which is fine. It was just more so kind of considering it or looking into it, I guess. And then let's take a look. I'm very curious to see this. Yeah, so transactions we didn't really do any. But I really want to know how well. So did Maya play? Maya played in the AHL, so he's not good enough to start. So that's refreshing. Oh, let's go to trades actually. That'll make it easier. Volokin played for the ECHL, currently on Kraken, which is kind of weird. And he didn't really do that great. 920 is okay, I guess. And then let's see Gil. Gil 61. So he was around the same that he's been with for us. So 61, but they didn't make the playoffs. So unfortunately, Gil's playoff streak ends there. Desnoyers, 61 grade. Did he? Oh no, he played the whole season. 25 in points in 74 games. But I think it's more so his contract's probably the appealing part. Oh, 2.2. That's actually not as good as I would have thought. Beck, let's see how well he did. Beck ended up doing 64 grade and then 44 points in 80 games. Impressive. You know what? That is very good value for a second round pick, who we probably didn't end up getting anyone for. And then Rickard bounced around AHL and NHL, so 17 points in 43 games, but a grade of 58, so it wasn't that good. Where's the guys from last year? Or I guess it's in the off season. Then Foley's just in the AHL as well. And I think he's probably, yeah, he's in the AHL as well. Looks like he played a little bit for Nashville. 3 games, 3 assists, or 3 points, sorry. And then Philip Massar, that's the one that I'm curious about. He did 83 points in 81 games. Oh my god. You know what, we're very proud of him. That's almost double what he did with us. So clearly he's probably on like one of the top lines. So I'm very happy for him. Lafreniere, what did he do? He managed to keep his grade. That's very good. He only played half the season though. So maybe an injury or something. Torn anterior cruciate. Oh, I feel so sorry for him. That sucks. He missed 149 days. But he's still pretty. He did roughly around what he did with us, but a 66 grade despite that is pretty impressive. You know what? We're happy for both of them, but Massar might make us regret that. But I mean, if you look at our rookie as well, he did pretty well. Road Warrior lead the league in road wins. Oh my God, I didn't even know that. I don't know. Let's take a look at the league. Wow, this is the best year that we've ever had away. 27, 27 wins in away. So currently, LA Kings faces Chicago, Colorado faces St. Louis, Seattle at Calgary, and Edmonton at Anaheim. I think Edmonton's going to win that one. Seattle's probably going to win that one. I think Colorado's going to win that one, and then Chicago is probably going to win that one. For us, I think we're going to beat Buffalo. It's kind of like a rivalry for us. This whole series is always going to be Buffalo. More even than Toronto at the moment because Toronto just kind of sucks. So this is like the first year that they've actually done pretty well, other than the one year that they went to the finals, which obviously we know was a bug. So we're not going to pay too much attention to that. So I'm going to go with Detroit. Detroit probably knocks out Toronto just to reinforce the fact that they shouldn't be nominated for any awards. And then I think New York's going to be Carolina. And then let's go Pittsburgh over Columbus. Maybe Fantilli can do something if he's still there. I don't even know. But yeah, hopefully we end up making this look easy. Because I don't even know what our record was against Buffalo in the first place. So we won 2 and then we won 3. So we won 3 straight. This should be just easy as pie. Why is Bednar starting? Huang's injured. That is ridiculous. Come on. That's the exact same injury that yeah, that's the same injury that Lafreniere had. Come on, be original here. That's the exact same injury that Lafreniere had. That is insane. So our best D-man is currently injured. Okay, fantastic. And we take a 1-0 loss and lose 7-3 against the team that we've been dominant against. Explain to me that. Second game here. Let's do AI. This is disappointing. 6-5, so we're losing 2 straight. Jesus Christ. That is disappointing. And then we play at the road. So good thing that we're a road team apparently this season. But it does not look good to start. Lambos also injured. You know what? This is absolute BS now. I'm extremely pissed. So disappointing. Our 2 best D-men end up getting injured. Yeah, okay. One of them probably out for the whole season. Jesus. Okay, so we're down 2-1. And we're in Buffalo again. I feel as though we're gonna go 3 down though. I don't trust this. 100% we're going down 3-1. 5-2, okay. Interesting. I thought we were gonna lose. So apparently we're shit at home. Suzuki also getting points there. So Periskak, Carlson, Demidov, and Suzuki, we all thank you for managing to do that. It's like the season does not want us to win. We had such a dominant start, and then now all of a sudden, apparently, they need to do an auto correction to make it so that we don't end up winning again for the 4th straight year. I mean, this is our 2nd President's Trophy in a row. Yeah, I don't know why this it's just hating on us all of a sudden. I guess they don't want to make it too easy, or there's an update when I wasn't looking that all of a sudden made it so that our team's not going to do as well. Curtin now at 4-star potential. So that's pretty decent. Wow, that's pretty good. And then Suzuki managing to do it for us. That's good for the last month. I don't even know how they're doing in the playoffs, but Vernhoff now hopefully going to be able to carry this team for us as we enter our next game at home. 2-1, so managed to reverse the series. That's good. So we're up 3-2. Rubric and Prudhomme. So Prudhomme is now going to get more ice time, so he's probably happy about that. Calgary beating. Oh my God, I've been so mad about the beginning of our playoffs that I haven't even noticed what's going on in the NHL. Let's take a quick look. And Tarchenko is apparently hurt as well. So currently, oh my God, Blackhawks just making easy work of LA. So we're right about that. Colorado looks like they're winning as well. Oh, that's a shocker. I thought Seattle would be able to beat Calgary, and then Anaheim are just destroying Edmonton. Currently, we're 3-2. Tied is Detroit and Toronto. Carolina, yeah, I kind of wanted them to lose, and then it looks like Columbus is going to take care of Pittsburgh. Okay, apparently I didn't even realize that he was injured. Oh, Ovi's definitely going to get nominated. It's not even in the nominations. Oh, maybe it's just he's already nominated automatically. I guess Stahl should probably get it. I like Hatcher though, but yeah, Stahl should probably get it. I mean, I think that's the Stahl that ends up having the most cups. So Columbus knocking them out, making easy work of them. With the 3-2 lead, hopefully we can manage to beat them. I think we're away here. God, I really hope we can do this. And we lose 5-7. That is absolute ridiculousness. Thought we were a good road team, guys. Apparently we are not. So we want to make this a lot more difficult on ourselves and tie the series, or have the series tied 3-3. In case you guys can't tell, I'm extremely frustrated by a team that has been so dominant and then all of a sudden making it to the next round. Jesus. That's insane. Here I was thinking that we were going to get knocked out, but managed to win 6-3. It still made it look way more difficult than what we needed to. Slavkovsky getting 2, Rubrick getting his third of the postseason, and then Vernhoff finally getting off the score sheet, and then Suzuki as well. So quick look at how well we did so far in this postseason, which I imagine not very well. Grade-wise, it says Cole Caulfield's doing well, and same thing with Demidov. And I didn't really notice their points, but 9 and 7 and 7 and 7, and Rubrick and Prudhomme also getting 7. And Lambos, Slavkovsky. Lambos finally back, but he ended up missing that one game. And we're really missing our other defender. That's just how it is, I guess. But hopefully Carolina then wins. Yeah, we win as well. And then we'll have to take a look at who is still there. Huang resumes skating, so that was quick. So 2 weeks left. Okay. That's good. And then it looks like tied for Toronto, so hopefully Toronto gets knocked out. Or we'll have to do it ourselves. So we get to face Detroit, and St. Louis ends up being Colorado. That is disappointing. That's kind of a rivalry too. I don't know if it showed that it was a rivalry. I wasn't even paying attention. So Anaheim ends up winning that one, and then obviously Calgary's going to win the whole thing now because it's going to obviously favor Canadian teams because why let us just win everything? And then I think Chicago. I think, yeah, it looks like Bedard's probably wants revenge from last year, so I'm going to guess that those two end up winning. And based on our luck, it's going to be Calgary that ends up winning as well. But we're facing Detroit here. Let's reset our lines here. Didn't really change anything. And we lose 6-3, so that is also not favorable. Jesus, we're going to get knocked in the second round here. Not doing very well, so Chicago also leading. Yeah, I guess this game is just making it so that we don't win for the 4th straight year. Very, very disappointing, I would say. Especially since we started so dominant. I don't get it. And then we win 2-1 here. So we managed to get it back. Cole Caulfield and Sharp showing up. So Cole Caulfield actually is showing up. And I didn't notice that. So Calgary, yeah, tied 1-1. Carolina winning 2-0. Yeah, I figured that's what would be happening. Let's do the AI thing again. Nothing changing. I didn't think so. 5-4 loss. In overtime, mind you. So I thought we were a good overtime team. Apparently we are not. And it looks like we are on the back foot again. This is not what we envisioned this playoff looking like. And everyone's super, super tired from that game. And we lose again in overtime. Tell me how much BS this is. So 3-1. I mean, just watch. Alex Huang is going to be back as soon as we lose. That is what's going to happen. I don't see him anywhere here. But I have a feeling. Oh, and someone else is injured. Fantastic. Yeah, he can't play through that. Come on, guys. Like, let's get real here. We have a bunch of tired bodies. Let's see if we can win at home. 7-4. Why do we make this so difficult on ourselves? Janicic getting his first goal there. Cole Caulfield getting his fifth. Lambos getting 2 goals. Rubric, Suzuki, and Rubric getting the last one for us as well. Currently down 3-1. Chicago now making it, and Anaheim looks like they're destroying the Flames. And Carolina is also. Looks like we're the only team to play here. And yeah, why not have everyone injured? So let's see if we are a road team. And 5-2. My God, why do we make this so much more difficult? So it's tied 3-3. Suzuki, Benson, Cole Caulfield, Demidov, and Slavkovsky all getting goals there. So it's tied 3-3. We go home now. Guys, like I said, he is going to be back as soon as we end up losing it. I just know it. I'm not a pessimistic person, but it's just what it feels like. Do AI setup organization again. They made one switch there. Let's see if we can win it at home. And we cannot. So we are knocked out. Can't make it 4 years in a row. I'm calling bullshit on this. Rubric. Okay, that is disappointing. So quick look, I guess, how well our team did in the playoffs. Because who really cares about how well they did? Playoff-wise, I mean, Suzuki, 18 points in 14 games. Cole Caulfield, 16 and 14. Slavkovsky, 15 and 14. And Demidov with a point per game. So they did pretty well. Something tells me it's the goalie that disappointed us, though. Our defense here. Yeah, explain to me that. A guy that has 913 save percentage in the regular season ends up getting absolutely lit up in the postseason. That doesn't, and especially since he's been a postseason guy. Playoff wise, yeah, last year 918. Explain to me that. Yeah, we're extremely disappointed by that. But let's look at how well we did in the regular season, anyways. It's probably all the minutes that he ended up having to play. It's probably our fault somehow, or he will blame us. But Cole Caulfield getting 106 in 82 games. Demidov getting 87, so it's close. He almost got the 90. And then Suzuki a point per game. Slavkovsky almost there. Lambos 68 and or 68 and 82. Benson with 64 and 80, and Carlson with 50 and 71. Frollo with a good rookie season, 49 in 80 games. So everyone doing better than Celebrini on their first year, and then Will Sharp, 39 and 61. So he's been injured a lot this season, and then Huang, 51 in 80 games. So I'm blaming this on his injury. This is 100% why we lost this one. But yeah, we get knocked out. We're not and. They're going to be back really soon, and it's just going to keep rubbing it in. If we got out of this round, we would have been fine. But I'm projecting Chicago wins it. And yeah, looks like he's ready to return. So Detroit 1-0. Yeah, what did I say? I said that this would happen. We're going to put Will Sharp back as well, because I don't want to get that annoying thing forcing us to do it. Why does it matter if you're ready if you can't play? Yeah, I feel as though Chicago's going to win that one. Bedard's going to get his first. This game's rigged. I'm going to report a bug after this, because this is insane. So yeah, 2-0, 2-0. We don't care about any of these things. 3-0. My God, Detroit's going to just steamroll right through them. Chicago 3-0 and a sweep. Let's see if it's two sweeps there. Oh, nope. 3-1. So I still think they win. I still think Bedard's going to probably single-handedly do it himself. 4-1, yep. And let's say, I'm going to say 6 games Chicago wins this in. 6 games. Oh, it's not showing it. No one cares. No one cares. It's development. Did anyone actually develop? Probably not. I mean, I'm not bitter. I'm just disappointed. And yeah, it would have been a lot better if we managed to get past Tij Iginla in one of the top, Connor Bedard as well. So yeah, that's why I think, and then Chicago. So Chicago, Gustafsson as well. They're gonna destroy them. I don't even think it's gonna be close. I think actually 5 games. I'm switching into 5 games now. Let's just watch. They're gonna lose the first game though. But it would have been nice to see Bedard in the final with us as well. Alright. This is obvious. John Tavares, no, we can't do that. Why would... Hold on. Why is John Tavares even considered in the Hall of Fame? He never won anything. Same thing with Joe Pavelski. I won't touch that. I wonder if we're gonna nominate our hero there, Carey Price. That seems pretty obvious there. I'll even give it to Backstrom before I'll give it to these guys. Bobrovsky never won anything either. Yeah, Claude Giroux, I think he won something, but his name also sounds French, so why not? And then Gary Sutter there. Oh no, Stahl. No matter what, I'm not gonna vote for a Toronto guy there. Chicago wins 1-0, 2-0. I told you they're gonna make it look easy. It's all favor for Bedard to win this one. He is the talk of this season. Oh, congratulations, we got an extension. Let's see, I think I was looking at it before. I think our fee is the same exact amount. 187, yeah. So we signed in 2023 1.87. It doesn't account for inflation apparently. 3-0. Yeah, 5 games. They're gonna lose the last one. Yep, and it's gonna be 5 games. And just like that, I am an oracle here. So I'm doing so well at this is I can predict what's gonna happen in the future. This is number 7 for Chicago, the last one in 2015. So Bedard being the face of the franchise now that that Taves and Kane aren't a thing anymore. And yeah, of course, winning goal by Connor Bedard. So I predicted it. Yeah, I'm not hating, but Spence also doing well, and Travis Vangerwag doing well as well. Looks like he's an AHL goalie, so that's kind of odd. But yeah, that's been the season. Unfortunately, we couldn't come away with extra silverware, but I think it's because our whole team was too happy with finishing well in the regular season, winning another President's Trophy, and ultimately tons of our players getting nominated. But when we end up starting the next episode or the next season, we will see whether or not we can actually win some of those awards. So thank everyone for watching. Until next time.